You are listening to Words with a Mad Coach. I am Mad Coach. I am Mad Coach. I am. I am Mad Coach. I am Mad Coach. I am. You are listening to Words with a Mad Coach. Hey coach, is it normal for UFC level fighters to drop into the gym and train? Well, that was the question I was asked when Colby Covington showed up. And the answer is yes and no. It's not every day that it happens, but it has happened enough over the last 13 years that I really hadn't put a lot of thought into it. There are a lot of people who are associated with our troops. There are a lot of people who support our troops, and they have come through for whatever reason. The UFC has been put on military bases before. And the other thing I can say is that in the current climate of social media, that it's going to be more normalized across the board, every gym, not just our gym. I think it's going to be a behavior that's more normalized. One of the things I've talked about in recent history is we also have more UFC fighters and Bellator, high performance athletes who are being let go from their contracts. So we have more of these types of fighters in circulation now. This is not the days of UFC 1 through 13 where you saw the same five faces, and when they retired, pretty much that was it. You had to build up a new crew. Well, now we have fighters who start on the regional circuit, go to the UFC, leave, fight on the circuit again, come back to the UFC, and maybe end up in one more promotion before they ultimately leave. You've got guys in the game now that is 14, 15, 16 years. And they're starting younger and younger, so their careers are even lasting longer behind the scenes. So yes, you're going to see more Colby Covington types coming to your gyms across the board, every gym. I think the key is to understand that they are there looking for a workout, just like everybody else. They're not there to take over. They're not there to do a seminar or a workshop or answer all your questions. They're not your personal entertainment. If you keep that attitude, you'll be in a good place working out with these guys. They won't hurt you. You don't try to hurt them. That's the thing that I try to do, is if I'm around and I'm aware of someone who has celebrity status and they're coming to the gym, I try to offer myself as a buffer and give them the protection that they need without having to take it upon themselves to do the damage. My impressions of Colby, incredible conditioning. If you think about it, his best friend runs a unit on base, and Colby hung out with him all day during the week, and then managed to come into the gym in the evening and get about 3 hours worth of a workout. That is incredible. All right. And the other thing is super trainable. When you talk about fighters and you talk about, what makes a good fighter, and we say, well, the guy has work ethic and power, speed, the physical attributes. Sometimes what we forget is a personality trait, a character trait that is intangible. Work ethic can be developed in the sense that you put a person in a situation where there's a lot of time constraints and you get them to do it over and over and over and over, they can develop a habit. But being trainable is really about that person's attitude toward things. And as I was, showing Colby some of the things that I like to do, not only was he saying, hey, I like it. I like the fact that he said he liked it, but not because of my ego. What I liked about it was that he would say, I like it. And it was his way of saying, I accept that. I accept that this is your method. Then he would take it and then he would implement it. Now, this is the part that I love. When he would implement it, he would do it over and over and over and over, that each time he did it, you see subtle changes. And I'm not talking about over a couple of days. I'm talking about in the same session. So I mentioned to him about his tendency to throw a body shot, and it's a really hard, good body shot. And I let him know, hey, in here, the body's always live. So I said, don't have any hesitation or fear about letting it go, because he was a little concerned about that. And what I told him was, hey, the body's always live. We protect the head. And I said, just kind of let it go. And what I saw was that he augmented his body shot 2 or 3 times in one day, trying to make it just right for, the techniques that come before and after. And I was impressed with that. Just paying attention to that. And it may be an unconscious cue that's going on inside of his head, but it was something that I picked up on, that he has that ability to make adaptation in real time. And he didn't mind trying out somebody else's suggestion, so I was pretty impressed with that. And that to me shows that he's super trainable, because he's willing to try it before he gives up on it. That's my impression of Colby Covington. I am Coach Sess, and you have had words with the Mad Coach.
Posture. Work in behind something. Work in behind your jab. Work in behind your push kick.